What's going on, everyone? We are live. So we have a long weekend this week for the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. So we have to cover the market before it close. So we're gonna have a power hour for a lot of stocks. What you're looking at is not a glitch, okay? This is tyde, cryptide stock. It went from the $6, then $3, at the moment $1. And guess what? The price of BBIG is the same, just 7-cent difference. BBIG stock is 1.30. Tyde stock is around the $1.37. So you tell me this is coincidence? I don't think so, because the price is driven by someone who want the price for those two stocks stay the same, because Tyde just went, like, the first price it was around the 6 and went to $1 with BBIG. So this is a crazy price level about the dividends, and a lot of people waited for dividends for the Tyde for the last month, and we expected the price to go up. But as everybody knows, the fundamental we can't control. We only control the technical, which is from our chart here. The chart say everything. The moment that we didn't hold the $1.60, we gapped and the price went around the $1.19, the current support. We already test and the price jumped up. So let me just cover Nike, because it's been requested from our hunters on Patreon. So he's not with us at the moment. However, everybody can watch the live streaming after we end the live streaming at the moment. So let me just cover Nike for our hunter on Patreon, which is, we have an interesting breakout for the support for Nike. And the question is where we should buy for Nike, because it's kind of interesting dip at the moment. So the price went down around the 100, and we have at least, I think, the 99. Let me just check if we have the 99. Yeah, we have 99.50 cents. So if we go the SPY, you know what's happened? Because the SPY didn't hold the 380. And we have 2 4-hour candle, or 2 one-day chart or one-day candle closing below the 380. So the chart is saying a big message here. The price went from the support and at the moment is the resistance, the 380. We didn't hold it, and we didn't hold the 400. So this is kind of bearish for the market, if you want to ask me. We want at the moment holding the 356 if we don't want to see another sell-off for the SPY and the whole market, because you see it here. After the COVID, we have a V recovery and the price went parabolically up. At the moment we have the price went down, but if you go in the big picture, we still not in big bearish market yet, because what we did 2 years ago, we're still holding all-time high around the 350. So if we hold the 350, we gonna see a big reversal and big bullish trend continuation for a lot of stocks. So I will be watching. I was hopeful to have a bounce from the 380. This will be the best case scenario for the SPY and the market, but we didn't. Now confirmed resistance. We're gonna see then next week on Tuesday, because we have a long weekend. We want to hold above the 350. Even if we have a drawback, we have to hold above the 356. If we have support around the 356 for Nike, we're gonna have an interesting support to hold, which is around this technical level. For my opinion, should have another buying pressure here around the 95. We don't want to have any price go below the 95 in order to have another buying pressure, like what happened before when we tested the 104. You see, for Nike, because we have a big drop from the 137 until the 104. If we calculate how much for this dip, it was 24%. And the moment we have a potential 20% again from the 122, we have to have a potential reversal for Nike. For the 95. Again, we need for the SPY to hold above the 356, for Nike to hold above the 95. This is important level to see Nike to reverse from, and we can actually do a nice trade here. For the people who want to swing trade Nike, this will be kind of 10% just for a few days, 2 days or 3 days. If we visit the 95, we enter around the 95 and we take a profit around the 105. This will be short trade, of course, not investing. For investing, you should buy the dip around the 95 and holding at least the 145. So how everybody doing? Hello Nico, how you doing? What's up Goku? Scrubby, he said audio trouble. Okay, I don't know if the sound is good at the moment. Just say it's good. Everybody can hear me okay? So we have some trouble for the sound. I think everything is okay. Okay, just check from your backend, okay? Because I think everything is good from my side. So if we have check for the market, we have a bit of recovery for the market because the SPY is holding. Let me just do a bit of check. We have ChargePoint. Anyone watch our last live streaming, because we talk about ChargePoint and we said the potential resistance around this ascending line. You see what's happened? 27th of June we got rejected and we draw back almost 18%. So that was a nice trade here for selling short, of course, not buying. What we suggest, we need to overcome this resistance to confirm a bullish trend, but we didn't, unfortunately. You see, this is good signal for exiting. So for ChargePoint, still the 1150 should be the support. This is a really important level to hold. Otherwise, we might see another lows for ChargePoint. Just be careful, because this was the lowest price, I think, for 3 years or 5 years around this level, the $8. We didn't hold the 11. So be careful. We might see another dip for ChargePoint if we don't hold the $11.50. Let me just check the other one who jumping. We have Ilana jumped again. So this one is a bit volatile. You see what's happened? We have 3 days and we closing red. We have a lot of volatility. So for this one is health technology, pharmaceutical company. That's why is volatile. So please, if you are a new trader, and never suggest or give advice for any new trader trade pharmaceutical company, because it's pretty volatile. You can have like a small exit or a stop loss, because the stop loss will be kind of triggered easily. You see the support here, we didn't respect it. We went down, then when we went up. This kind of stocks, the best case scenario or the best strategy is buying before the FDA approval or the news will come out. And you can see here, you buy around this support before the breakout, and you just take the profit when we hit near the resistance. When we said around 0.53, you take before, always take before the resistance. That's why we got rejected. So what I suggest for this kind of trade, you always enter when we have accumulation and exit when we test the resistance. Here rejection, here rejection, here breakout, you see. So you take a profit when we have a breakout, and again when we overcome the 0.77, this will be a breakout. Let me see RDBX, RDBX, or red box. Red box is kind of yeah, the volume is getting up again, like the last Friday. The last Friday for RDBX, we have the price or the volume going until the 5 million. Then the beginning of this week, we have the price or the volume going back until the 1 million. This is crazy. And now picking up again. So there's a scenario happening for RDBX. Volatility or volume getting higher at the end of the week, and the beginning of the week getting low. And at the moment going toward the support that we talked about, which is the $5.38. You see what's happening? Big red candle around the $6. So as we said, red box, we're gonna have the same scenario as happened before the 2nd of May. You see what happened? We have 75% drawback. Imagine 75%. And now if we calculate from the last price level that we predicted, we're gonna have a rejection at around the 17. You see what happened? Again, 67% potential drawback. So this is normal for RDBX to have some crazy drawback and recover. So if there's a potential for a squeeze for RDBX, just watch out for this. The $5, we don't want any 4-hour candle close below this support, the $5.38. If there's a potential for RDBX to squeeze, it will be the $5.38. Already bought my notification. This will be interesting trade. Let me just put it here. Let me check how much we could gain and how much we could lose in this trade. Let's say if we have a drawback 10% around the $4.80, I'm getting out. So there's a 10% loss, and the potential gain should be, let's say, 35% or 40, even 40%. We can make 40% to 10%. So it is like win to loss ratio between the 4-to-1 or the 3-to-1, I think. Yeah, 4-to-1. Yeah. So nice strategy. And always calculate your loss before the gain, because usually new trader calculate their the win ratio before the loss. I don't suggest this. Great, sounds good, perfect. Mr. Levids, ENDP is squeezing right now. Okay, good. Thank you for update us about ENDP, because we are ready. We have a list for the squeeze stocks. You see here, ENDP and the squeeze stocks is the only one who jumping up 28%. We have APRN is jumping as well because it's holding above this support. Let me just go to ENDP. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You know what's happened? We talked about the 0.38, which is the last support. If you remember, the last time we talked about ENDP, we said we need to hold above the 0.61 would be a better scenario to squeeze. That's happened around the 28. Let me just go back in time. You see what's happened? When the price jump up, we have a request on our Patreon to do updates for ENTP, and what we suggest holding above the 0.60 to go to the $1, but we didn't. But we have the last support to confirm the squeeze again is the 0.38. You see what's happened? We tested and we never go below the 0.38, our support that we suggest that we never go below. And you see what's happened? We held perfectly, and last candle or today candle, you see what's happened? Undecision phase, a candle without a body, and now squeezing 30% up just for today. This is crazy, and testing the 061. So I'm just watching what's gonna happen at the moment, because this is a potential rejection. We might see this reaction. Okay, like just a big wick, and the price will close like this. Okay, this is what will happen for today. If we have this, is mean we're not ready to squeeze yet, and confirm 060 is the resistance. This is what we're gonna happen. A big wick will close around the 051. Just be careful. Right now we testing this resistance. Just be careful. You see this exemption average, just testing the candle, and now we're gonna have a wick and the price will close below. Just be careful. This is, we have just 2 hours left, and this we're gonna have this 1 hour closing below. We'll see what's gonna happen. If we have a closing candle above the 060 for today, this will be a signal for explosion for the next week, Tuesday. Will be really interesting. Thank you for bringing this up, because yeah, there's a big volatility for ENDP, 28%. How much we have? Oh man, this is crazy. We have 60 or 97 million worth of volume just for today. Average volume is 102 million. So this is a crazy volume for NDNB. This is we need it for RDBX. You see, RDBX is the volume is dropping around the 4 million. So if this volume happened for RDBX will squeeze pretty crazy. However, the RDBX, let me see the markets. Okay, 100. Okay, 200. Perfect. So Revlon. You see what's happened, Revlon? We have the $6.45 is the resistance. We got rejected twice here, or once. We tested and we went back down. So we have kind of support for Revlon to confirm a breaking for this $6.45, which is the $5 holding above the $5 will confirm the squeeze above the $6 and going for the $10 here next week. If we just hold above the $5 current support, you see this today we held perfectly above this level. ATER, oh man, look what's going on. Look what's going on with ATER. This is really crazy what's happening. Let me just close up. We have this. Let me just go in 1 day chart. Yeah, we have some crazy movement happening. Yeah, we have kind of double bottom around the $2. You see my alert, it didn't trigger yet, around the $2.10. So the $2.10 will be a trigger for a big sell-off for ATER until the $1.50, but we didn't. We're still holding because we have interesting support at the moment. We need to overcome it, and holding above the $2.10 in order to see at $3 next week. So be careful from the $10.10. We have room 0.00%. So we didn't go up or down for today. So for a room, I don't like this scenario because we closed below the $1.37. I don't like this scenario one bit. So this a bit of signal of weakness. The potential, if we have a breaking for the $1.37, we might see ignition for the $2.26. At the moment, I will not get in. This is a big bearish sign at the moment, because if we don't overcome the $1.37, we might see continuation down, because you see this big bearish trend, it might continue again if we don't overcome the $1.37. This is a big wave, you see, big wave. It's kind of, you want to serve the biggest wave for the first time and you're not expert server. This is not good idea to get in. So this is a big wave coming. So if you're a new trader, you don't serve this wave. Just wait until the wave kind of settle down. You know, we need to have a bit of like safety net, you know, For safety net for this one is the $1.37. Otherwise, the tsunami will come and drone us down back for another bottom. So I'll be extra careful for this one. Let me just check this one. Yeah, ENDP is kind of getting rejected at the moment. Let me just check. 24%. We'll see what's gonna happen. My pleasure, Scrappy. My pleasure. How's Michigan? How's the life over there? Happy 4th of July, by the way. I think we have most of our viewers here from United States. So yeah, at Monday, I think the market will be closed and work as well. And it's gonna be a lot of fireworks for sure. Let me just check what's going on. So we have energy stock. Let me go to CEI. We have some question for CEI. You see what's happened. CEI is going for the 0.33 as we said before. The moment that we broke this ascending line around the 0.55, you see here, this was a trigger for a sell-off for CEI. It didn't even respect the 0.45. That's why we went toward the 0.33. This is the next support for CEI to have a bit of buying pressure and going at least for the 0.47 again. So the 0.47 will be a trigger for testing if we gonna go lower or not. So this is the reaction. Let me just take my arrow. You know what's gonna happen for CI? We're gonna see a bit buying pressure going up until this level, the 0.46. If we get rejected, it means the price will go down around this technical area. Okay. We're gonna test the all-time low for this ascending line, and we're gonna have the squeeze or the turning point when we go around the 0.17, 0.20 cent. If we have this the reaction, okay, getting rejected around the 0.47, confirming that the short seller are in control, and we're gonna break the 0.33 to go to 0.20 or 0.17. This is the reaction for CI for the coming weeks or month. We have GTE confirm resistant around the $1.33. You see what's happened. The price went down again 14%, and we should have a reversal for GTE around this level of support. So for my opinion, this is a nice buying opportunity above the $1 because this will be we're gonna have a price parabolic to go up again around the $1.33. So the $1 is the turning point for GTE. If we broke the $1, we might see the 0.64 cents. So just be careful. This will be the biggest dip to buy GTE at, which is around the 0.80 cent if we don't hold the $1. SM Energy holding the $32 support. So this is a nice support as well to buy SM Energy. A nice support. And again, we need to hold this support if we don't want to go around the 25. BTU still holding above the 19. So you see what's happening for energy stock. We holding a crazy support for a lot of energy stock. So for the big picture, energy stock is still in bullish trend. It's still, we didn't enter a bearish trend or bearish market for the energy stock. So for my opinion, if we hold those support, will be a really nice, interesting buying opportunity for energy stock. Denise, we talked about Tide and BBIG in the beginning. This is crazy what's happening to Tide and BBIG. The price is kind of gravitating the same. This is not coincident. You see what's happened? We have just 7 cent different. BBIG $1.29 and Tide is $1.36. If you remember, Tide went from the $6. Then the next day we opened 50% down around the $3. Then the next day we opened 50% down around the $1. So almost, this is crazy. Usually this doesn't happen like in few span of 3 days that the stock cut the value of the share of the stock 50% each day. And guess what? Tide went to the same price as BBIG. So if you tell me this coincidence, I will tell you this is kind of the coincidence of our for our planet being in the middle of it's like in a perfect place in the universe, like not too hot, not too cold, you know. So it's kind of low chance for that happening, you know. It's the same what happened for Tide and BBIG stock. It's kind of low chance of this happening. So why $1, you know? Not $2, from $6 to $1, and BBIG is $1 as well. So yeah, there's a big manipulation happening. It's crazy what's happening. And for my opinion, for BBIG at the moment, we have support that we tested the last month, at the end of the last month, around the $1.19. So we need to hold the BBIG above the $1.90 to confirm that we stop selling off for BBIG. And Tide as well. The $1 should be the support for Tide as well. So just be careful. If BBIG held above this support, we might see a reversal for Tide as well. So $1.19 for BBIG, and the resistance, current resistance for BBIG is $1.60. So if we're gonna have a potential for squeeze, whatever you want to call it, or buying pressure happening again, or stopping dipping, or confirming this is the dip, is overcoming the $1.60 for BBIG. And Tide will follow BBIG footsteps if we have BBIG at least go above the $1.60. There's a chance that Tide will go again around the $3 if BBIG just have a support around or above the $1.19, then overcoming this resistance $1.60 to go again around the $2.20. Yeah, we have a nice buying pressure happening at the moment for SPY. Let me just go for the other stock. We have Nvidia down 3%. NEO got rejected as we expected near this circle. We said 26. We went until the 24. We went down. And everybody know that the NEO went up from this interesting breakout that happened here around the 14th of July after the last earning, because we have a nice earning and a good revenue. And of course we have Neo Park reopening of the COVID, and new model of Neo coming up pretty soon. That's why we have a nice fundamental that drove the price from the 16 until the 24, and we did 44%. However, technically, we expected the price to get rejected or exploded if we overcome the 26, but we didn't, you see? The price went down. For Nvidia, we expect a big buying pressure to happen pretty soon, where I'm gonna load for Nvidia pretty sure is above the 119, or let's say 120. So this circle or this box, if we enter it for Nvidia for the next week, just be ready to hunt for this one, because this one we have a big volatility. Everybody knows Nvidia is pretty volatile. If we go back in time, you see what's happened the last sell-off that that happened last December. You see this one from the 300 until the 200. You see what's happened? We have a big volatility, almost 26%, then again 30%. So what we see the same scenario. Last time we got rejected around the 200. You see, this is the resistance 200 for Nvidia. The support is the 100. So the same scenario that happened for Nvidia between the 300 and the 200, we're gonna see it again between the 200 and the 100. Is this a coincidence? I don't know. Don't ask me. This is kind of crazy. Like what happened to BBIG and tyde. Now Nvidia going from the 300 to 200, then jumping again, and again resistant before the 300. You see, then support 200, give or take, not exactly. Then here we have a resistance around the 200. Twice we tested. Then of course we're gonna see another buying pressure around above the 100. So this is really easy trade for my opinion. It's like level 1 trading, because it's kind of arbitrage, you know. You just buy around the 100 and sell it around the 200. So yeah, I'm just put notification on this one. Of course is added with the technical, but I'm just joking, okay? So it's kind of coincidence, but a really nice coincidence to add with the technical. Is kind of confirming that the psychology of the market for Nvidia is focusing on those pivot numbers between the 200 and the 300. Okay, so the 100 for Nvidia, I'm gonna load up. If the price go here, I'm gonna load up for Nvidia. Just be ready for this one. Oh man, buy around the $1. Sandy, happy to see you here. It's simple, Sandy. It's simple here. The live streaming is really simple. You just ask us question, and we just review your stock. And it's kind of more interactive. We have to do it more because I feel like more close to our viewers. And it's kind of it's better than doing just a video. It's live streaming is more engaging, and it's better than answer in the comment section. And of course, Sandy, don't forget to press the like button on the way in. It will help the algorithm. It help to spread our live streaming to like a bigger audience, and help as much new trader as big as possible. Thank you in advance. So you are a new hunter. I will call you a hunter at the moment. So if you sub with our channel, you are a hunter, not a trader. Mr. Levitz asked about EVFM. Okay, we're gonna check it. Denise, sometimes there's some things you can have answer for. There's a lot of question in science we don't have answer for. So sometimes you just have some rules in your life and make sense of life, okay? So like math, like science in general, we can't explain gravity. We explain it in a mathematical way. So sometimes you can explain things. We can explain Big Bang is kind of theory, you know. We can we can have like a proof that what's happened before or where we come from. So don't focus on the cause. Try focus on something like building a strategy, building a rules, and follow it. Because the fundamental things like this we can't control. Like the price of tyde went to $1. We can't control. So if you focus on things you can't control, you'll be, I'm gonna say it to you, you can survive in trading. You can. Sometimes there's no answer, okay? Oh man, okay, good afternoon. Really interesting. AMC GME night. Okay, I bet like you are holding AMC and GameStop like you have at least 100,000 in both. Okay, for that I will just check AMC and GameStop for you, of course, without saying. I think the best way for you guys, you just change the name that you have on YouTube and make it as our viewer here. She have AMC and GameStop name on her name on YouTube. So this is a really uh, smart way to ask without asking. So right now I'm gonna check AMC and GameStop for her. Okay, let me just check. Okay, Sandy asking about RDBX, current price, and Revlon. So Revlon and Star and Redbox and the current price. So I'm just saying for RDBX, I'm just saying if you want to enter for RDBX will be you have to calculate this because we don't want to wishful thinking that the price will go up or something because we can control what's gonna happen. However, we can control what's gonna happen in future, but we calculate the probability how much we could lose or gain in any trade. So we don't get cut buying the dip and averaging down and holding back. We don't need this, okay? Because it happened for a lot of trader. So for RDBX, if we want to suggest buying RDBX at the current price, what's the strategy you could do in order to prevent something happen like this? You buying around this area, you see? The $9, you see here? So why you buy here if you know that the price is broken this ascending line and going around the $5? Why? Just ask yourself this question. If you have the possibility to buy the stock for around the $5 instead the $9 or the $10, will you buy around the $9? No, you wait. So this is what I suggest. You have a strategy. Don't buy if we have a breakout. Just wait. Don't have FOMO. So when we broke here, this ascending line, you get out. You don't have to hold. You see this area around the $8, we have a breakout. So the same scenario here. RDBX just free falling because the price they have to test in order to see a buying pressure is the $5.38. So if we go calculate again, because we already did the analysis for RDBX, around the $5.38, we're gonna see volatility. We might see a dip, but we have a wick. We don't see any closing candle below the $5. So what I suggest, there's a potential for this trade. If you take it, there's a potential we're gonna lose 10% because if we go below the $4.80, it means the price will go really down around the $3.50. We don't want to have the price go down on us 34% because psychologically, when you lose 30, 40, 50, what you gonna say? Okay, why I'm selling? So I'm already lost 34%, 50%. So might as well I just stay. So this is the psychology because the bigger the loss, the harder to get out. So what I suggest for any trade, just calculate how much you gain and how much you lose. For this one, if you want to take it from the technical wise, okay, if you just want to buy blindly, do whatever you want. But I'm just telling you what I do in my trade. So for this one, from one glance, there's a chance of 10% loss. However, the gain will be at least 30 or 40%. Around the $7, we're gonna see a big bounce. If we visit the $5 and hold, we're gonna see another bounce and test the $7 at least. Okay, the $7 and let me just check. will be easier around the $7.78. This will be a easy test, and we're gonna see a big volatility here. So if we held this level, the $5.30, we're gonna see a price momentum shift and jumping until the $6.77. This will be the next week, okay? And like fast trade, because RDBX is really volatile. We're gonna have this in just 1 day or 2 days. So yeah, holding the $5.38 would be a nice entry point, and we don't want to see any price close here. This will be exit, because we might see the price go here. This is the other potential level around the $3.58. This is a big dip around 34%. So just watch out for this. We need to have accumulation and holding, then boom, bumping until the $9. The $9 would be kind of the squeeze area, the first squeeze area, the signal, not the squeeze area, but the signal, because everybody knows that last time we talked about the 17 and we said you just take a profit, run with your profit when we visit the 17. A lot of people dreaming about the 25 and 50, but always be ready to take a profit, because profit is profit in trading. We have Rani ask about MULN. Of course, we're gonna cover it. We're gonna check it. Nice, nice. Good trade. 150% good trade for this one. And you took profit around the $16 before the $17. Nice, nice. Hopefully you saw our video when we talked about the $17 resistance. Okay, Mr. Levitsy asked about EVFM. Let me just check it for you. Let me go on the squeeze stocks EVFM and check this one. So for this one, the $1.51 is still the resistance. You see, the moment that we tested, we got rejected. The price went down, and at the moment holding above the $1. So, as we said before, the breakout price target is the 0.65. Okay, the 0.65 is conforming if we have a potential to squeeze until the $2.26, and we don't have a sell off. Just be careful, because we have already jumped for this stock from the 0.30 until the $1.50. 300%. So if we want to confirm that the buying pressure that happened around the 24th of June last month is still there, we need to hold the 0.65. This is the bottom. I'm just saying, this is the bottom. If we went below it, this mean this like a break, or this volatility is gone. So we don't want to wait for a lot of months and consolidate. We might even go down. So holding above the 0.65 is good. And the second signal for breakout or entering a bullish trend or squeeze, whatever you want to call it, is the $1.51. So for at the moment, you see what's happened. One test and the price went down, and now accumulating. So let me just go in the smaller picture and see what's going on. You see it's clearly that we have a support here around this exponential average, and confirming that the price is accumulating here. You see, this is really accumulation phase happening. So any price holding above this ascending exponential average, we're gonna see a squeeze, and the price like next week, we're gonna have the $2.26. So what I suggest, always take a profit. The next jump, if we jumped and held this support, what you do, take profit $2.26. Just run with your profit. Don't ask me why and I need $5, $3. I will say take your the best strategy. You know what you do? Take 60%, 70% and let the other go. just take your initial like investment, the principal that you put, and let the other one go if you feel FOMO. So a lot of people, what they do, they take profit, okay, 100% around the $2.26, and guess what, the price go up because it's volatile. We can't predict 100%, and the price go until, let's say, the $2.60, and the new trader, they come in and put all the profit with the initial investment, with everything, and they go in the bank and just have like a loan even and the house, and they put it again because they're ready to take 300% gain, and they see it easy money. And guess what? The price, boom, go down on them. So all the gain they did, they lost it, everything. They lost everything. So I don't want to see this happen to you. When you take a profit, exit. Don't re-enter on the top. Wait for another dip when we hold above the $1.50, or when we're gonna do another analysis, and you enter around the support. Don't buy around the top. Just put this on your mind. Don't just risk your money. Always protect your money. Of course, NRSN. You are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna discuss NRSN for CTA. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. It's really hard. We never covered this before. This is new, but we're gonna check it at the moment. Let me just check it. So we have a NRSN therapeutic. Okay, so it's a pharmaceutical company, NRSN. And jump in 0.30 cent. Wow, so this is really interesting. Thank you for bringing this up. We have two gap for this one. One gap happened around the 24th of June, and the second one 30th of June. You see, this one 24th of June happened the same of EVFM. You see here 24th of June as well, and this one pharmaceutical company, and this one pharmaceutical company. Both of them jumped around the 24th of June. And let me just check here around the 29th of June. Yeah, so this one have more power than EVFM because we have a nice two bump in the same week. So let us discuss this. For this one is really interesting because there is a potential for a really nice squeeze for this one. But we already tested the $4. We have at least maybe around the $6. But wait a second, let me just check one thing, because we have two gap. The first gap that we did around the 24, we still held it above this exponential average. Let me go in smaller picture. Yes, nice. So we want to have a support around the $2.67. This is will confirm another bounce from the $2.37. So we're already covered. You see what's happened? We have support confirm above the $3 and resistance confirm around the $4.39. And you see two tests. It happened around the last days or last day of the last month. We have two tests and rejection. However, we have confirmed support. So if we want to confirm this one have still power to pump until the $6.59, let me just check this one. Oh man, another 100%. Let me check how much we did since then. 140%, at the moment 100%. So yeah, from the 24th of June until now, 100%. So there is another potential for 100% if just held above the $3, because at the moment there is a squeeze happening. If we just hold this support, if we held this gap, this will confirm the accumulation and continuation for the $6.50. Okay, so the $6.50 will be a nice profit taken. Even if the price goes around the $7.50, $8, I will not take the this price. Just forget about it. This is kind of really risky. If you just want the 8 and the 10, we might go there. but not 100%. But the same or the first signal to confirm the squeeze for this one is holding above the $3, the safest bet. $3. If you want to take fast profit, will be around the $4.39, and if you want to let it go around the $6.50. So what I suggest for this one, 25%, yeah. So there's two strategy. You could actually take 25% or 50% around the $4.39, and the rest let it go until the $6. So this will be a really nice to watch out for. Let me just put notification, so I will be ready or be alerted if the price go there. And let me just put this one. Okay, so we might see a rejection around this level, the $3.70. Yeah, we're gonna see a first test around this level, around the $3.70, because if we got rejected here, it means we're gonna break the $2 or the $3. So be careful. We need to overcome this mini resistance. If we get rejected, it means we're not ready. We might see the price go plunge down until the $2.70. So be careful. This one will be tested maybe today. Let me see. Yeah, we have just 1 hour. The volume for this one is 5 million. Yeah, it's really interesting. Thank you for bringing this up. Okay, we have MULEN. Let me just check MULEN. It's been a while last time we talked about MULEN. Oh man, this is crazy what's happening for MULEN. Yeah, we went back to test our current support. You see what's happening? We have the third test. We have our third test. Look, we have our third test. Crazy. So what we should expect at the moment that we test this support, you see what's happened? We have jumped 13%, because this is a really important support for MULEN after the rejection around the $1.54. So $1.54 is resistant, and this is current support. So for MULEN for the next week, we're gonna have the price again test around this area, the $1.20. If we got rejected around the $1.24, we might see another test around the $1. If we don't hold for the next week, we're gonna have the price go until the 0.58 again. So be careful. For this level of mini resistance. This will be tested for the next week. If we got rejected, this means the short seller in control and might drive the price below the $1 next week. This will be a turning point actually, because we have 3 tests, and every time we have nice jump. You see, every time we have a test, we have a nice jump. So this is the last chance for MULEN to break the $1.54 and go for the $2.15 squeeze area. You see here, this is the squeeze area for MULEN, and this is the bottom. I'm just saying, because if we don't hold, I'm getting out. Let me see if we got in right now, how much we can make, how much we can lose. From this one is really volatile, 15%, but if we gain 100% if we go for the squeeze area around the $2.15. So you see, 15%, 100%. So risky, high risk, high reward. But the reward is really crazy reward. Yeah, of course, elite PHUN for you, for sure. Let me just check PHUN. It's been a while last time we discussed this. what's going on with P? Oh man, the same reaction as MULEN. You see what we said, this circle will be filled if we don't hold the $1.17. So for PHUN as well, we have now is $1.06. We might see a drop for the next week until the 0.94, give or take. So we need to hold as well for this one important support, last support to hold for PHUN in order for another test for the $1.17 for PHUN. We have to break the $1.17 to continue to go to the $1.90. This is it as well for PHUN to confirm that we have a bottom for this month, this last month. This is crazy. There's a turning point for the market at the moment. We have PHUN visiting the last support, MULEN as well, last support around the $1. We have the SPY visiting crazy support before last 17th of June. You see, we went until the 360, and with support we talked about is the 356. You see, and if we go in the big picture for the SPY, you see we have a confirmed support here. This is if we hold above this support, we're gonna confirm a reversal for the whole market. You see, we're gonna have a breakout here. So this is a turning point, for my opinion, for a lot of stocks that visiting the last bottom or breaking for new lows for this year. So if we're gonna have a reversal, at least a nice jump for a lot of stocks for 2 months or 3 months for coming months, we're gonna have a reversal for the second half of the year. Of course, this will be a really interesting scenario, because the first 6 months of the year we have the market trending down. So now, are we ready to reverse the last 6 months of the year, and we enter a bullish trend now? This will be really interesting, really interesting. Just from the chart, we see that we are having a bottom, even for crypto, if you want to ask me, around the 20. Yeah, Dan, yeah, crazy. BBIG, crazy. Visiting crazy support. Hi, Farida. We talked about BBIG, the beginning of the video, and ATER. Doing great, Luis. Happy to see you here. How are you doing, brother? MMAT, please, of course. Let me just check it for you. Let me just check. MMAT, last time we talked about was having a big drop, and we talked about the $1, and look, what, man, this is really crazy, really crazy. We have accumulation above the $1. You see what's happened for AMT. Last time we talked about MMAT, we talked first around this squeeze area. We said the above the $2. And guess what? You see what happened? We have a massive test. We tried. Luis, we tried. We tried to overcome the $2. But you know what happened? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have almost 4 or 5 tests. And this is not a test. This is a big selling pressure from the short. So there's a fight. The fight won the moment that we have this candle. You see this candle? Around the 24th of June. So the 24th of June, it was the day that pharmaceutical company went ballistic and squeezed 100%, and for MAT went crazy down. So this is crazy. See this one, 24th of June, we went down almost 50%. If we go for the squeeze stock, yeah, if we go to this one, NRSN, which is pharmaceutical company, you see here around the 24th of June, you see what's happened. Boom, the price went crazy, 150%. And if we go to ENDP as well, you see what's happened. Around the 24th, or this one, it was around the 27th. Yeah, the 27th. We have a crazy jump, 100%. and this one I think pharmaceutical company, yeah, with EVFM as well, jumped around the 24th. This is crazy, you know, because pharmaceutical company went crazy up. However, MMAT went down at the same time, and the price went down. And guess what? We held inside our purple box. So if you remember, Luis, last time we talked about AMT, we said we're gonna have a hold up, and this is our hold up. This is just a test. And guess what? Today we have a test below the $1, I think. Yes, look, 0.99 precisely. This was a test for the market maker to see if there is a buying pressure below the 99 or not. Because if they're not, they will drive the price until the 0.50 cents easily, like what happened here. You see, here just a test, and the price react, and the market reacted and said the price value for MAT is now triggered. That's why we see a buying pressure and holding up. You see, when we see a lot of candle forming, it means there's a big buying pressure from below here. So what we're gonna have at the moment, we're gonna have this reaction. The price will test this gap around the $1.15. So the $1.15 will be the trigger for MAT, either going up and confirming this is the bottom, or continue to go down. If we get rejected around the $1.15, we're gonna have the 0.50 cent. So for my opinion, it's a bit risky if you want to buy now before the market close, because everything could happen and we might see a gap for Tuesday. So it's a bit risky. I don't suggest buying stocks that we can control regarding fundamental, because we might see a news when the market close and we have a gap, because after this dip, everything could happen. So what I suggest, we want to see what's gonna happen after this sell-off. Any price go over the $1.15 and holding recovery, any price get rejected around the $1.15 and going down, this mean another sell-off. And for my opinion, this would be a bottom for MAT. If we continue to go down, the 0.50 cent would be a pretty nice buying pressure or dip for MAT. Yeah, the SPY is still holding up. We have a line boom going up. What else we have? ATER. Perfect. My pleasure, Katkas. My pleasure. Hello, Ray, from the Big Apple. From the Big Apple. Thank you, brother. Happy 4th of July, by the way. There's a lot of fireworks, yeah, for New York. I wish I were there. Like, I have to. Like, this is on my list to watch the 4th of July in America. Scrabby asked about PSNY. Okay, let me just check this one. Interesting to watch. Oh man, this one 6% up. Okay, you know what's gonna, this crazy stock. Okay, from the chart, I would not suggest anybody buying this stock. You know why? Because it's heavily manipulated. You see what's happened here? We have the price accumulate, and clearly we are in a bearish trend. And guess what? The price went down, then squeezed. You see, this is a squeeze play. It happened one-on-one because the price went down, gapped. Normally, when we have this sell-off from the $10 until the 8, we're gonna have accumulation phase, and a lot of people will not buy the stock. But this one, it was triggered by the short have to buy back their share, and they triggered squeeze. So this one squeezed pretty good from the $8 until the $13. We have a crazy jump. Then the price went down again at the same price we jumped from. So what I suggest for this one, I will not suggest to buy this one. This is one is really risky. Even from the fundamental, if you want to see it, the net income is minus 80 million. And if you see the performance here is crazy. 1 week, 1 month is always down. So what I suggest for this one, I will not suggest to buy this one. Even the chart, just looking at it, is kind of it's crazy, really crazy. So if you want to risk it because it's really volatile, I suggest to buy above the $10 or around the $9 because below is a bit risky. Above the $9 or above the $10 will be a really interesting to buy and take your profit the next jump around the 12. This is the safest bet I'm gonna say to you if you want to trade it anyway. Above the $10, enter. Exit around the 12. Below the $10, don't enter. There's a big volatility here. This is a crazy what's happened below here. We can control it. Just from the technical is crazy. Okay. Happy weekend, Luis. Enjoy your weekend with the family and happy 4th of July, by the way. Wahid asked about ABML, the rechargeable battery, I think. Yeah, I think this one. Elite asked about ARBK. So let me just check as well this one. And again, everyone, if you want to ask me regarding how to join our Patreon or Discord, because we do live streaming or a pre-market update for a lot of stocks and crypto. So if you want to join us on the Patreon, let me just bring this and you can just check whiteboard. Where is the whiteboard? This one, no. Yes, this one. So if you have any question, you can send me a question regarding trading, regarding Patreon or Discord, and how to join on this business email trading.jesus.contact@gmail.com for Patreon or Discord inquiries. Okay, if you have any question, just send me. I will reply as soon as possible, because we got a lot of questions in the comment section on YouTube, and a lot of people ask me about stocks and to review some stocks and where the entry, when the exit. If you want daily, you can join us on Patreon. This would be more convenient for you and would be better, because before the market open, you'll be ready where to get in, where to get out, and you save yourself a lot of money, because there is some sell-off. It happens like what happened for RDBX the last time. We said you just take profit around the 17, so you'll be ready to just get in, get out, take your profit from the $9, enter from the $9 and exit around the 17 will be a really nice trade. So always be ready before the market open, because after the market is crazy volatile. Okay, so as I said, just send me your question regarding how to join. It's really easy, you know, because always more viewers who join our Patreon channel, they never actually joined to any Patreon before or never use it, because it's really simple. You just ask me a question regarding stock, and we do the video and chart analysis, and you just know when you get in, when you get out. And as well, here on our TradingView community, if you are a pro member on TradingView, you can have access to the community section here on TradingView, and we do a lot of live or chart analysis during the market or before or after the market for crypto, even for you see it here for Ethereum. Last time we did it, and RDBX, you can see it here. So you'll be alerted as well. You see the technical, not just chart, but even like the fundamental, where you get in, where you get out. So you have to be pro member to join our community section. If you can get 2 months free with my exclusive link, you can find it down in the comment section below, and you have access to the community section for the chart analysis for a lot of stocks. So if you prefer TradingView for the chart analysis, you can join TradingView, and you just put my name. You can find me on the community section on TradingView. So let me just go back and see the chart, because we have we have an alert on APRN. It went off. Let me just check. Okay, so ARBK. Wow, so this one is it's been trending down for indefinitely. The moment that we broke the 1650. So elite for this one is a bit dangerous, because the moment that we broke the 16, you see here, this is a big short position opened around the 30th of November, you see, last year. So for this one is still downtrending heavily, and we need to confirm that we stop trending down for this one, and we be ready if we have a bit of reversal for this downtrend. And I think we'll start the moment we overcome the $7.46. You see that the price is continue to go down in this channel. We're gonna have a breakout here around the $7, and the taken profit should be around this box. Let me just put the box, likes the boxes around the 14 and the 16. Here we're gonna take our profit. You see we have to have a breakout from this channel around the 7. We might see a rejection, but the breakout will happen the moment that we overcome the $7.26. We're gonna have the 16 and the 14 test. So watch out for this channel. You see we're still trending down below it. We're gonna have a breakout here around the $7.46. Okay, this is a great question. Yes, this is not normal to miss AMC and GameStop for our channel. Live streaming without GameStop and AMC is not a live streaming. So yeah, thank you for reminding us. So for AMC, because we have a lot of apes holding AMC. So AMC is kind of holding beautiful support above this ascending line. Let me just take this off. Okay, let me just take this off, make it clear for the apes to see how crazy the price will squeeze. Look, this is the reaction will happen next week. Look, this ascending line been tested so many times, holding this level of triangle. You see we have confirmed triangle. Let me just bring my triangle. You see this one, perfect triangle. You see what's happened? So we're gonna have a price level movement and breakout the moment that we break the 16 next time. We're gonna have the price test here. Let me just this boom. Yes. So I think for my opinion, let me just do this. First test I think will be around this area, the 20 first. Then we're gonna have, after the 20 we're gonna have this time not the 33, but we're gonna have the 28. Okay, so boom. Let me just put this here. Oh man, let me just do this crazy. I just saw something crazy happening for AMC. Crazy charts for AMC. You see what's happening for the big picture? we have a mini resistance for the big picture around this ascending line. We're gonna have a big breakout precisely. Let me just take everything out because this is really interesting. You see what's happening? We're gonna have a breakout perfectly around this ascending line the moment that we break it here around the 20. This time the 20 will be a mark for a big volatility or a fake out. We have a big wick, then the price go around the $5. So be careful. This will be a turning point for my opinion, because we have everything here. We have our exponential average. We have this triangle has been squeezing. And we have just this ascending line to confirm that we're gonna have this time a breakout. You see, every time we test, we have a sell-off. Big test around last April and the sell-off. And this test, if we break it, we're gonna see a big squeeze until the 68 maybe next time. But if we don't, when go around the 20 and get rejected, just wait for the $5. The $5 would be the best dip to buy AMC, $5.55 or 5.55. GameStop, let me just check GameStop. The same scenario, I think. We have a really nice trend forming for, yeah. Let me just take this off, take this off. You see the same scenario for GameStop. We have a nice trend forming and a mini test for this ascending line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's gonna happen next for GameStop? The following reaction will happen for GameStop. Just mark this price, because we have a confirmed support around this 78. If we break this ascending line next week, the 160, we're gonna see explosion until the 200. This will be a massive squeeze again around this area, the 245. This will be a squeeze area, okay? Because if we don't overcome this resistance around the 137, we're gonna continue toward the 45. So we have GameStop 45 for the bottom for this year if we don't overcome this ascending line, and AMC we're gonna have the $5.55 if we don't overcome this ascending line. We're gonna see the 55. GameStop will go to the 245 first resistance breakout if we overcome this ascending line. AMC will go toward again around the give or take the 29 or the 30 this time, not the 33. So this will be the first test around the 30. Test resistant, then we're gonna see the all-time high maybe if we overcome the 31st. Okay, so this will be really interesting to watch. Really interesting to watch. Oh, we have Jesus on the live chat channel, and the chat live chat. Nice, you taken my name, brother. Okay, so let me just see Exela. 1% up. Oh man, what's going on? Yeah, Exela is going down because as we said, we got rejected from the 0.55. You see what's happened? We have a test today or yesterday. You see this wick? We tested the 0.13 support, now is the resistance, and we went down again. So I will be clear from Exela now. I will be extra clear. The last time we talked about Exela, we talked about holding this ascending line. We didn't hold, you see, after this sell-off. We didn't hold. So this was exit strategy around the 27th of June, because the price continued to go down. And even suggest holding above the 0.13 as last support. You see, we held it, but we broke it and now confirm resistance around the 30th of June. So now that the 0.13 is confirmed resistant, if we don't overcome it, is mean Exela will continue to go down. will continue to go down and down. So be careful. The turning point for entering a bit of buying pressure is the 0.15. So I suggest to buy again around the 0.15. Otherwise, I don't buy. Now is dangerous. Now is dangerous. If you want to get in again for lowest price, is holding above the 0.15 and take a profit around the 0.26 cent. Hopefully that was informative and clear. And again, everyone, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. And again, if you want to join our Patreon tribe to have request stock pre-market every day, you can send me a message on trading.jesus.contact@gmail.com to ask me how to join. And if you want one-on-one meeting with me to discuss your portfolio and what you're going to do and how to build a strategy as well on Patreon, we can actually discuss this as well. There's many level you can choose from Patreon and even Discord. So let me know what you think, or if you have a question, just let me know. Send me a message. I will reply as soon as possible. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next Friday, because this week will be long. So we're gonna do a video on Sunday for update for the market for Tuesday. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and happy 4th of July for all American viewers, and see you in the next video.